Alright, here we are for our fifth and final round. I will play first, and this hand has a Blood Moon and an Anger. Yeah, sure, whatever, we'll keep it. I think it's good. Yeah, we'll start with a Plains. Plains into Rugged Prairie, the best possible start in Modern, extremely powerful. Ooh, our opponent is Dredgeroni. Well, I think this is a good matchup, so I think we'll probably finish the league 3-2, but we're about to find out. We'll go with another Rugged Prairie. Your opponent will dredge Dark Blast. Okay. And now we're going to see our opponent go haywire. Ooh, Life from the Limb targeting Wooded Foothills and Blood Crypt. Okay. Alright. Time to moon our opponent. Alright, your turn. Ooh, now our opponent is going nuts. Getting some Narcomoebas. And we're probably just going to Wrath here. I think we can actually just cast the Blessed Alliance. Alright, our opponent is digging. And we are casting a Blessed Alliance. We gain 4, you sack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's see if our opponent conflagrates us. Nope, alright. They're gonna dredge hard. Okay. Whew. Let's see if they reanimate both Bloodghasts. They do. Huh. Alright. I'm going to... probably just pass the turn back. I mean, I'm not particularly scared at this point. We can Helix our opponent's prized amalgam. And there's that Helix. And we take some damage there. We will play a land and a Simian Spirit Guide. 1, 2. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. And now our opponent's going to dredge some more. And we're going to block. And then we're going to play Gideon Jura. And we are going to tick up. Actually, we'll just tick it down. And again, falls to our opponent. And our opponent is going to maybe if they have a land, we may lose here. Because we're going to get rallied to death. That's a bummer. Probably played that wrong. If I'd ticked up the Gideon, we would have been okay. Didn't think about that. Now we're dead. Alright. Should have just burned the anger, I guess? Nah. Alright, well, we're going to put in Ravenous Trap and 3 copies of Rest in Peace. And this Anger of the Gods. Let's see. What do we not want? This Blessed Alliance is pretty bad. This Banishing Light is pretty bad. This Ajani Vengeant is pretty bad. Is Wrath of God that bad? Wrath of God is okay, especially with Rest in Peace. Chandra is pretty bad. Journey to Nowhere is okay. Let's try it like that. Maybe we can keep this Wrath in. Is Chalice good? I think it's probably okay. We can use it to keep the Nature's Claims on lockdown, I suppose. It might not be worth all 4. This might be fine. Huh. Yeah. This is probably okay. I don't know about Leyline of Sanctity. Maybe we want Leyline. Is Leyline better than Chalice? And Chalice can counter Faithless Looting. That's probably good enough. Helix is pretty bad. We'll try it like that. I will play first. Huh. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. This hand I will keep. And we're going to make that card can go right on top. Then we will play our Chalice. And we'll see what our opponent does for that. They probably have a Nature's Claim in their hand, which is why the Chalice is on the stack and they're pretty sad. They discarded Life from the Loam, so they're just going to re-dredge that. Okay, they have many, many lands at their disposal. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I think we can just play Temple. I will scry 1. Put that on the bottom. And then we can use the Nahiri to kill the Bloodghast. Our opponent is just going to take the draw. Cast the Life from the Loam. Wooded Crypt. Play the Wooded. Attack me for 2. Okay. I will play a Plains, play Nahiri. I'm going to tick it up, I believe. And I'm going to discard this. All right. I'm going to discard this Simian Spirit Guide. Light from the Loam, getting back Grave Troll, or seeing Grave Troll Reunion and another Life from the Loam. Okay. Huh. Probably attack Nahiri here. Nahiri is attacked. Yep. Then gets flashed back. discarding a bunch of stuff that they can't use anymore. Including what? Grave Troll, Narcomoeba, Nature's Claim, Stinkweed Imp. Okay. There's Mr. Moon. Actually, there's Mr. Moon. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Our opponent probably, yep, Grave Troll. We're going to go to 16. And now what? Now we can play a Chalice if we want, or I can just cast a Wrath. Whatever. Our opponent probably has a land in the yard, regardless. Or a land in hand, excuse me. They got back another Grave Troll. Played the Foothills, get back the Bloodghast. And the Amalgam. Here is the Rest in Peace. Followed by the Anger. And that should be good enough. We'll just pass it back. Our opponent's lands are all mountains. I don't know. Maybe they can beat us. We'll just keep sending it back. Alright. There's an Arid Mesa. We'll cast another Rest in Peace. Sure, why not? There's another mountain. Alright, cool. It seems like we've locked our opponent out successfully here. They're going to try and maybe burn us out with Conflagrates for 3. That's a way to do it. Okay. What did they exile? Grave Trolls. I'll Helix you. Our opponent is gonna discard. Our opponent's actually just gonna mill out first, which is kind of funny. we can just keep F6ing for the next 17 turns. In fact, I have a good inclination to do just that. And our opponent is going to get a Faithless Loot encountered. I'll Helix my opponent. That one's never getting cast. Okay, here's another moon. I don't know. Maybe we can just try and win with mediocre ape beats. Beats by ape. So this is kind of the boring part where I say, oh, I wonder why. Alright, well that's getting countered. Man, we're kind of, we're over halfway to hard casting an Emrakul. Don't laugh, it could happen. Alright, cool. Begin the sideboarding. We see some Nature's Claims. A lot of Nature's Claims. We did see a Collective Brutality. Blessed Alliance seems kind of bad. Leyline kind of bad. Yeah, we'll just probably stick with this. I'm not thrilled with any of our other options. Could cut the Emrakul, I suppose. Yeah, we'll just stick with this. Okay, this hand, though it's cool to have a Gemstone Cavern, we need to mulligan, because we don't have a hate piece. This is pretty bad. I'll probably double mulligan. Okay, we'll keep. We got a hate piece. I'll bottom it. I need to hit lands. Okay. Plains, go. And now we respond with Ravenous Trap. And let's see if that's good enough. Okay, yeah, it seems like it's a start. Maybe our opponent will have Cathartic Reunion to just bless us. Another Mesa. And then comes down Nahiri. And then that. Alright, we're going to sacrifice our Arid Mesas. One for a Plains, and one for a Mountain. And then here's Nahiri. And then Nahiri ticks upwards, discarding Gideon. And there's an Imp. And we're going to scry this Blood Moon on top. And we're going to discard this Simian Spirit Guide and draw Blood Moon and then cast it. And now our opponent is pretty well locked out. Nahiri. Alright, cool. We win the match! We 3-2'd the league! Go us! Hooray, we won a treasure chest. And I'm kind of intrigued by this Sun and Moon deck. It seems to have just overall good matchups against a lot of the popular decks, even if it's not very good against the less popular decks. Like Tron and Control seem like very hard matchups, but it just absolutely stomps on most of the more commonly played decks in the format. Very interesting, and I'll look to play it a little bit more as we move forward in the modern format. So I know this was a bit of a quick video, and I hope that this doesn't deter you from picking up the Sun and Moon deck, because it's pretty powerful. Even if it seems like it's kind of clunky, it's actually astonishingly well built in terms of how it interacts with the rest of the modern format. And it basically, if modern is a format full of hate cards, if you just play a deck of nothing but hate cards, you have a pretty good chance of just beating your opponent without really having to do too much or worry too much or think too much. Kind of appealing.